Have you ever wondered what it takes to build a bionic eye, or maybe 3D print a human organ? How about connecting a brain directly to a computer? Well, believe it or not, this isn't science fiction anymore. It's the absolutely groundbreaking world of biomedical engineering, a field where invention meets medicine to literally change and save human lives.
And this field is moving at an incredible speed. We're seeing huge breakthroughs in things like personalized medicine, tissue engineering, and even robotic surgery. For instance, engineers are developing what are called neural interfaces. These are devices that actually connect our nervous system to a computer. Think about that for a second. It could one day restore functions that were lost. We are truly talking about the absolute cutting edge of human health.
So yeah, the headlines are super exciting, but what does the job actually look like day to day? What kind of problems are these engineers really solving, and what hurdles do they have to jump over to get there? Let's break it all down.
All right, first up, medicine meets invention. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's start with a solid foundation. What exactly is this field? At its heart, biomedical engineering is all about applying the problem-solving mindset of engineering to the incredible complexities of the human body. The whole goal is to design and build technology that changes lives. We're talking everything from artificial organs and life-saving implants to those sophisticated MRI machines, and even the health tracker you might have on your wrist right now.
Next up, let's take a look at a day in the life, and really the vision versus the reality. Now, you might be picturing an engineer in a lab coat having some big eureka moment. And don't get me wrong, that's definitely part of it, but there is another side of this job that's just as critical.
The job is really a balancing act. On one side, you have the thrilling research and development, designing cool new devices, building prototypes, testing out brand new ideas. But on the other side, you've got the unavoidable reality of paperwork. Because these devices are being used inside the human body, safety and regulation are everything. And that means tons of careful documentation to meet super strict standards from places like the FDA.
This quote from a student on Reddit just captures that R&D passion perfectly, right? It's about that creative problem solving, taking an idea, drawing it up in CAD, which is just computer-aided design software, and then actually bringing it to life with a 3D printer. This is the spark. This is where every single medical breakthrough begins.
And here it is. This is the ultimate payoff. All that paperwork, all those rules and regulations, they are the steps you have to take to get to this moment. Seeing a device that you worked on being used to help a real person. Engineers who've been there say that experience is just incredible, and it makes every single bit of that careful, meticulous work totally worth it.
So, what does this process actually look like in the real world? In this next section, we're going to dive right into solving patient problems with a fantastic case study in 3D printing. It shows exactly how an engineer takes on a truly unique medical challenge.
This process is just a perfect example of that direct link between engineering and patient care. So, step 1, it all starts when a surgeon sends these patient-specific 3D scans over to an engineer, someone like Jorn Witters. Then, step 2, they get together and use software to plan the entire surgery virtually. Step 3, based on that exact plan, the engineer designs a custom surgical guide, which then gets 3D printed. And finally, step 4. In the operating room, that guide fits perfectly on the patient's bone, showing the surgeon the exact spot to make the cut. It is precision engineering, and it leads to much better surgical outcomes. Of course, bringing these amazing solutions to life is never easy, and that brings us to what we're calling the engineer's gauntlet. Let's take a look at 5 of the biggest hurdles an engineer might face on any given day.
So if you're an engineer working in a hospital, you're managing millions of dollars in equipment. That means you're solving constant logistical puzzles. You're coordinating service schedules. You're chasing down manufacturers for support when things go wrong. And you're hunting for spare parts for machines that are getting old. It's this constant challenge that often ends with you having to convince the higher-ups that, hey, it's finally time to invest in a replacement.
So we've seen the challenges, we've seen the incredible rewards. What does it actually take to join this field and start making a real impact? Well, that's what our final section is all about, your path to impact.
Okay, it's no surprise that you need strong math and analytical skills. That's a given. But beyond the numbers, this job demands excellent communication so you can collaborate with doctors, deep creativity for true innovation, and maybe most of all, a passion for solving problems. The ability to see an engineering solution inside a complex biological system.
So where can these skills take you? Well, the opportunities are huge. You could be in a hospital or a clinic working directly with patient care technology. Or maybe at a research facility, developing the next generation of diagnostic machines. Or you could be at a medical device company, creating anything from wearable health tech to really advanced drug delivery systems.
And beyond that personal satisfaction of helping people, this career is also pretty rewarding financially. Just as an example, the average salary for a biomedical engineer down in Australia is about $139,000 a year, which really reflects just how high the demand is for these specialized skills.
But at the end of the day, this quote really gets to the core mission. This career isn't just about building devices, it's about developing skills that give you the power to fundamentally improve the quality of human life, to help people live longer, healthier, and just plain better.
From printing organs on demand all the way to curing diseases with nanotechnology, the potential is it's almost limitless. So the only real question left is, what impossible challenge will a biomedical engineer solve next?